Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be showing you how I made this perfect roast potatoes. Some of them are oven roasted and some are stove cooked, and you can't tell the difference between both, I tell you. So to know how I made them, please keep watching. So for this recipe, I will be using some rooster as well as Mary's Piper potatoes. The only reason I'm using the rooster potatoes is because I had some leftover from a previous recipe and I didn't want them to go to waste, so I thought I would combine both. But you can use any of the two as they are ideal roasting potatoes. And now I'm just going to go ahead and peel them off camera. And after peeling, I'm going to go ahead and chop the potatoes into smaller chunks. With the smaller potatoes, you can choose to do, say, just 2 segments, or you can do 4, whichever one, that's up to you. So I'm just going to do that with the rest of the potatoes. And after chopping, I'm going to transfer them into a bowl and give them a good rinse. So these are the seasonings that I will be using for this recipe. And here I've got some onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, smoked paprika, chicken stock cubes, garlic, fresh thyme, and rosemary. And now I'm just going to go ahead and combine the seasonings. For the rosemary, thyme, and garlic, I will be chopping those finely. Because we will be doing an oven as well as a stove version of roasted potatoes, what I have done is I have divided the mixed seasonings into 2 parts. So one part will be mixed with the fresh herbs, and this will be used for the stove version, while the second part will be without the herbs, and this will be used for the oven version. And now we're back to the potatoes. I'm just going to transfer them into a large pan and add enough water to cover, and also add some salt. Now, we're not going to boil this until it's fully cooked. No, we're only going to boil for about 8 to 9 minutes, or just until a bit tender, where if you try to poke it with a fork, it's still going to have a bit of resistance to it. So this is going to take, let's just say, roughly about 10 minutes, but you have to keep checking every now and then so you don't overdo it. And after about 10 minutes, I'm just going to take this off the heat and then strain. And after draining, I'm just going to toss it about in my colander, and this is to roughen up the edges. And what this does is it's going to allow the potatoes to absorb the the seasonings as well as the oil, and also to make it very, very crispy. And after that, I'm going to add some flour as well, and this is also to help with the crispiness. And I'm just going to toss it about in the colander again, just for even distribution. Now for the oil, you can pretty much use anything you want. You can use vegetable oil, olive oil, or goose fat. Goose fat is traditionally used, so I will be using goose fat for the oven method. And this I will be scooping onto my oven tray, and I will be placing this in my oven just until it dissolves and it heats up really well. And once it heats up, I will be going in with my mixed seasonings. This is the one without the herbs. I will be adding that in. I will also be adding some chopped garlic as well. And I will add some fresh rosemary and thyme. And this I'm going to mix thoroughly, and then I will begin to add the potatoes. And after mixing, I'm going to place this in my preheated oven and roast for about 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. And after 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. And at this time, I'm just going to begin to flip the potatoes over so they cook evenly. And I'm also going to discard the rosemary and thyme, and this is because I don't want them to burn. Sorry, I've got to use my hands. I just need to work really fast because I don't want the temperature of the potatoes to drop too much. And I'm just going to replace that with some fresh rosemary. And after doing that, I'm going to transfer the potatoes back into the oven and roast for another 20 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. After 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful, delicious, crispy. The aroma from this right now is just insane. It is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to show you how to do the stove version now. For the stove version, I've got the same potatoes as earlier. That's the floured potatoes. Now I'm just going to add some vegetable oil to it and just toss about so it can be evenly distributed. And then I'm going to add some of the spice mix as well. And this I'm just going to toss about a bit so it's evenly coated and then set aside. So here I've got a pan on medium heat, and when it heats up, I will go in with some vegetable oil. You can also use olive oil or pretty much any other kind of oil you want. And once that heats up, I will go in with the seasoning mix. That's the one with the herbs. And this I will mix thoroughly and then leave to fry for about 3 to 5 minutes. And the reason for this is just to infuse the flavor of the herbs and the garlic into the oil. And after 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to strain the oil into a frying pan. Now, once the oil heats up, I will begin to add the potatoes. I'm going to fry this for about 15 minutes thereabouts, or until golden brown and crispy, but I will be flipping them over every now and then so that they cook evenly. And this is the final result. And I'm happy with this now. They are absolutely crispy and exactly what I want. So I'm just going to be taking them out of the oil and transferring into a plate. So these are all the potatoes combined now, and I'm sure you can't even tell which is oven roasted and which is hot fried. You can't even tell the difference because they are absolutely the same. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this recipe, please give me a thumbs up and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.